Hello and welcome to the Talking Step. I'm John.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Michael.
We just watched The Next Step, Season 4.
My voice cracked. I didn't see that one coming.
Wow. Okay, well, you having like a Noah transition today?
Oh, I'm ready now. I'm ready. And I'm Michael. There we go.
And I'm Michael.
And I'm Mike. We just watched Season 4, Episode 11, On the Rocks. And was it or was it not the most next steppiest episode?
That was a steppy episode.
That was like vintage, like Season 1.
The old school, really exaggerated drama.
Yeah, well, we'll
go through that at the end.
Like we check off the points. I'd say like just the broad points.
Okay.
It had the beautiful over the top tension. You know, the sneakery, the thoughts of dethronement. You know, it had the careful the love story with Amanda and Noah.
Yeah, that bull
the
crap.
Love story.
That bull crap.
And then it had the convenient plot device, apparently, that there are more than one qualifier, so look at that. So it kind of all works out. And then it all works out, and then they have an awesome, everyone's friends together dance at the end, and even the villain, Skylar's dancing too. That is quintessential Next Step. That would be like if Next Step was like the early episodes of the Next Step was like a 70s TV show. This is the remake they made in early 2000s, and it's amazing. I loved it.
It was a crisp and refreshing episode. Kind of like a drink on the rocks.
Oh, yeah,
you
like
see
the
that?
show.
The
Like the
title of the
title.
episode?
Yeah, but once again, it's not connecting it to phrases, it's connecting it to songs, so...
Yeah, I don't know what song it is.
I don't know. I love the episode. Let's get into the bullet points. Let's do this.
It opens with Riley dancing her feelings out.
One of our favorite things here on the Talking
That's
Step.
another bullet point right there. Like that's another.
Someone dances their feelings out.
Yeah, dancing your feelings
And
out.
this one was a flash cut of a series of flashbacks.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 frames of like you see like the Next Step group photo, or you see Kate handing off the torch.
Did you find the white flash lens flare a little jarring between each?
I thought it helped. It was emotional. It made me realize that they were cutting. Otherwise I'd be confused.
It made me blink. I was like,
Yeah. Well, you got sensitive eyes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's why you can't watch.
Did you think it was a bit
HGTV.
much?
No, this season, for a lot of the dances, they're doing like different techniques. Just rather than just showing the dance, they're doing some other stuff cut in, like last week's Michelle dance.
Yeah. It's very nice, very nice.
Well, they're using those cuts to give more emotion to the scene.
I feel like this episode, from a technical level, was good, all around. The shooting, the music tie-in.
The music this week was very more dramatic.
Yeah, it was more dramatic. We really tied with the situation.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the random, dance song that's laid over the transitions.
Right.
It's
right.
very,
They don't
nice.
always do that.
Yeah, I know, but it's like this was a good example of them really tying it together perfectly. I really like that.
And Michelle just comes in and very passive-aggressively mentions to Riley.
Yeah, that maybe she should step down.
Yeah, maybe she should step down.
Without even,
you know what? You should not be the leader.
We knew Skylar was going to do this because we saw it in the promo, but it's we didn't know that Michelle was going to have a hand in this, and Michelle really didn't though. Because did she disappear for the rest of the episode?
I think she did.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
So she came in. She was all like, "Hey, maybe you should step down," and then she bombed out.
Well,
without even hearing the resolution.
She gave an example from her past of being the dance team leader.
Yeah, and how that didn't work out for her because she.
And then she stepped down from that.
Yeah.
And then was kicked down to beat troop or something like that.
No,
what happened
she
to her
skipped in.
alternate?
So it's
She
just
keeps mentioning it all
Michelle
the time.
pandering for some more sympathy.
Oh.
Wow, you're an
No.
anti-Michelle now.
Matt, Michelle, last week, she changed, okay?
How did
Yeah.
she change?
She became new Michelle.
Yeah.
Although this is not a good example of her change. She's
She's,
just being like, I guess maybe you should step down.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think what she did there is harming the work that they did last week? Making
I don't
her,
know. Maybe it's just
rebirthing
maybe,
her character.
Be rebirthing her character. Michelle is probably she's harder now, So maybe previous Michelle wouldn't have been like, yeah, maybe you should step down. You know, because she didn't have an edge to her. Now Michelle's got an edge to her, and she's ready to say stuff. It's not a smart idea for her to step down. It wouldn't make any sense.
But now that we know the truth,
that there's two more chances to qualify.
There's two more chances to qualify. There's no reason for her to step down at all. Just give it another try.
Yeah.
And there was no reason for Noah to lie about anything.
Yeah, this time give it to Skylar and her troop.
If you don't succeed right away,
Rochelle,
you should step down, apparently.
Yeah.
To see that a monumental task, which is running a studio at a very young age, you know, you should step down.
If you mess up once, when you have two other chances to get it right, you should. You need to be coup d'etat.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. You know, it's a famous Meatloaf song. Look it up.
Maybe that's next week's episode title.
2 out of 3 ain't bad?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's when they lose at the second one.
So I guess
you are kidding me.
We can get into the antagonist of this episode.
Skylar the Snake.
Yeah, Skylar and Rochelle.
I was you know what? I was trying to figure out like what type of other TV show she reminds me of. You know, because it's all over the place. Like she's half Game of Thrones. You know, she's got like a lot of like the sneakiness. The you never really know what her plan is, and then, but then she's got a lot of House of Cards in there. You know, very much like Frank Underwood. She especially when she's like talking and describing her plan to the camera. You know, it's genius. And then she's like really villainous, and it's only because Riley betrayed her like once in Skylar's mind. Mm-hmm. So she has to get revenge.
My problem with Skylar as a bad guy is she's always been kind of cutesy, and she keeps like going evil and then pulling back, going evil and then pulling back a little bit.
Thing.
Whereas I feel like Rochelle is a better evil character at this point. Why aren't they using Rochelle for this?
Well, because
her personality calls for it.
Rochelle knows that she wants to be dance captain. She doesn't want to be the leader of the studio. You know,
that doesn't matter.
Rochelle is smart enough.
Rochelle wants to be on the spotlight. She doesn't want to be orchestrating.
Yeah, Rochelle is smart enough to know that is not
to get her hands dirty.
She knows where bread is buttered. You know, because Rochelle's smart enough to know that like Skylar's rebellion wouldn't survive. You know, it would be crushed. You know, she's very similar like the Renly Baratheon in a way. But I forgot what my point was.
You're saying that Rochelle is smart enough to not
that's what I was saying.
Tarnish her reputation quite yet, even though she is the true evil person in this season.
Yeah. Oh no, what I was saying was that
she's selfish. I don't know if she's evil.
What I was saying
this is the next step. When someone's a little bit something, we go all out.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, what I was thinking is that it's because she's from Elite. Because no matter what, if you're from Elite, you still got that little bit of evilness to you. That's why Sierra turned, because she was from Elite. And that's why Skylar is also, part evil. It's because Elite don't wash out. That's the thing. Amanda's the anomaly. But I bet if she had to, she could turn like real evil real fast. Like if her relationship with Noah was threatened, and maybe it will be at some point this season.
Oh yeah.
Right? She's gonna turn on full Elite. And then, and remember when Amanda was the most evil thing on the block? She was like a triple agent. It was nuts.
Yeah. Okay.
And now we think she's a soft little marshmallow, but she's not. She got a real edge to her that even Michelle couldn't reach. No matter how many times Michelle randomly tells people that they should step down from the studio, even though probably no one else could run it. Come on, no one's old enough for one. Well, I guess Alfie could run it. He's a prince.
Yeah. He's got the leadership ability.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 different plots going on in this episode. We have the Riley sad one, and we have the what we were just talking about. But the third one is the Nomanda stuff.
Okay.
And at first it looked like they were going to drop it right off the bat when Noah and Amanda walk in to the room. You remember?
Right.
And they were both kind of awkwardly
they both said it, how they both like each other,
No, before that. I'm talking about when they were discussing what happened at the qualifier.
Oh, yeah, the awkwardness, yeah.
And how Noah was still lying about his back.
Noah is a man of pride, all right? And it's like he feels his pride's at risk if he's a dancer and he can't dance, That's a big deal for someone. You gotta respect that.
I don't understand why he's lying about his back, especially now that we know that there's 2 more qualifiers. There's no reason for him to lie about this.
Hang
no
on.
reason at all.
Wait, let's take a break. Michael, you're gonna read us a comment of I guess we should intro this. We have been taking we Instagrammed out before we started recording about how you should send in your comments on last night's episode, and Michael's gonna read one.
Just one at a time?
Yeah, just one.
Or
I'll throw it to you every so often for another one.
Okay.
Okay.
The next step. Infinity says Skylar was being rude to the team and Riley, and Ralphie will never happen. Ralphie as in Riley and Elfie.
Yes, I believe that will because I think that's true. I think Alfie is more of a
close friend.
A close friend, an advisor, you know?
Oh, he's trying to set himself
he's Jorah Mormont in a way.
He's trying to set himself up as the hand of the king here with
Yeah, he's the hand of the king.
He was acting like a true monarch.
You know?
Yeah, this episode.
Yeah,
he was doing some diplomacy.
Because he's a prince of Switzerland.
Like, that's the most logical thing, is that you think, him being a prince of Switzerland, right? Or Sweden, or whatever.
It's Switzerland.
Switzerland. You think he wouldn't want to put up with any drama or anything, right?
Yeah. And, he shows, like, in his personality, like, a lot of independence. And,
I can see this coming in your face. I swear. I will cut the mics right now.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that whole independent part of Alfie is actually, like, a big fun fact here in Switzerland.
Oh, a fun fact?
A Swiss fact here. Did you know that the country of Switzerland has been independent since the year 1499?
I did know that.
Except for a very short occupation by Napoleon's France in 1798. In 1815.
Good. That was a solid fun fact. Well, it wasn't super fun.
So they've been independent for a long time.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Lots of countries have, but all right. Thanks for that Swiss fact. All right. Swiss fact. You do a full.
You want to read another one, or you want to keep going?
3-minute one? Yeah, just read another one, then we'll jump back into it.
Mia Sherbs, hopefully I'm saying that right, says Skylar was way overreacting. It's not just Riley's fault. If Miss Kate was to lose a competition, would the whole team blame her? No. It's just Riley, and I think that Skylar is the one who's making the team doubt Riley.
No, the reason no one would question Miss Kate is because she ran a dictatorship.
Yeah,
Riley runs a democracy.
If Michelle walked up to her and said, "Hey, I think you should resign," Miss Kate would get up and say, "Get out!"
Yeah. She'd throw a fit.
Rochelle would disappear.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle or Rochelle?
Michelle.
Michelle be sleeping with the fishes.
Is that Kate would have ended up at the same conclusion as Riley? It's just Kate would have jumped to that conclusion way faster, right? So No, let me describe it. Kate would, if this was the same situation with Miss Kate, she would think immediately, not my fault. No, not at all. Obviously not my fault. It has to be someone else's. So she'd call out Noah in the middle of the studio, just like Riley did at the end of the episode. But Riley had to fight with herself and her own, is it my fault? Am I doing something wrong? She had to come to the conclusion that it might be Noah's fault.
Yes.
And then she called him out in the middle of the studio. Kate would have jumped to that conclusion immediately.
Yeah.
So that shows the difference between the two. Or it shows that Riley is slowly morphing into Kate.
Oh, no. Are you saying that the studio always turns people that way?
John said that last week.
But here's the thing. I think she'll be able to fight it. I think Riley is powerful enough, her personality is strong enough to fight off these Kate tendencies.
And James won't let her become that.
Yeah, because James keeps her grounded.
But someone is pro-Kate in this episode. It's Skylar.
Pro-Kate?
She was pro-Kate, remember? When she was talking to her little gang
of this would have never happened under Kate.
Yeah, this would have never happened under Kate.
Yeah, so Skylar was going around, picking up, cronies, picking up gangsters, some henchmen to work for.
So they were having a little meeting in Studio B.
Yeah.
And
she was organizing a rally.
Yeah. It was like the good old times of Riley dethroning Emily.
And the perfect juxtaposition between the two.
And they were voting on getting rid of Riley or something.
Yeah. And then Elfie walks in and he diffuses the situation.
Yeah. It sounded like it wasn't the first time he diffused a rebellion.
In a really princely way. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I bet he probably has some, he's like, he knows how to diffuse a rebellion. He's probably done it before or something.
You know, it's real out of character for Alfie because in Switzerland they've been neutral
I
for
swear,
190
you
years
can't
during
you
wartime.
can't just back up into a Swiss
the last
fact. It's got to at least have an
190
introduction. I'm not hearing this.
Okay, XX Tritney _ Giley XX says 2 words, Giley happened.
Giley happened.
So
that is
apparently,
true.
I didn't realize this, but apparently
For a ship to be happened, to be classified as happened, they gotta
they
have
have to say that they
kiss.
love each other.
Or
Oh,
they really,
they love
really,
each other.
really like each other.
Okay, so it's about the love. It's not about the kissing.
No. Whatever. I don't know what Matt's talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. It's because they said I love you, and then James said I love you too, and apparently that hasn't happened yet. I thought it had. Maybe I'm wrong.
I could have sworn
But they
it
said it
had.
over the
Definitely
phone.
felt it.
They said it over the
Okay.
the
well,
FaceTime
that's
there.
good. That's good. Again, you know, like I already felt it. It's like their chemistry is so good that you feel it every time that it doesn't even matter that they don't say it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, you know, it happened. I guess.
We got another shot.
Jolly happened.
We got another shot of James, Eldon, and West in London doing some practicing for their hip hop thing. Feels like they've been there for days.
Yeah.
And haven't even danced yet. So
Feels
I don't
like
know
they've been
what's
there for weeks.
happening. Yeah, I'm hoping next week we get back to that storyline. I was hoping last week that we get back to this.
Well,
storyline.
this is one of those episodes where you got to keep the whole storyline condensed to the studio. You know, you can't be jumping around things. This is like a Game of Thrones episode once again, where it's all in one location. You know, none of these episodes that you cut to Dorne or something.
In the same vein, TNSX Life says Charlie was the cutest OMG. All caps.
You know what? I may be controversial, but I think Nomanda was the cutest in that episode.
Yeah.
They had some very cutesy moments.
I
You gotta
really-
give up on the no shell, Matt.
I really like.
Ain't gonna happen.
I love Noah's line. How many reallys do you like me, or something like that? That was a good one.
Three reallys. That boom.
That was adorable.
Episode title: 3 reallys.
Yeah, it's like Free Willy.
Yeah,
But
3 reallys.
we'll have a picture of Free Willy, and I'll say 3 Willers.
Don't put a picture of 3 Willy in the thing.
I don't see how Free Willy has any relevance.
Free Willy, 3 Willies.
It's 3 reallys. It won't make any sense.
No.
3 reallys.
It's like a Mad Gab. 3 Willy, Free Willy. You know, you ever played Mad Gab?
No one's played Mad Gab.
I'm only thinking of that one quote from the movie, but I can't quote from it. Like the word game and.
Oh yeah. So okay, so
we keep going with these.
Yeah,
these
you got some
comments?
more? You got some more?
Yeah. So Vanessa Segaldo, Salgado. There we go. Vanessa
Salgado.
Salgado says, "Can anyone tell me where I can watch TNS season 4 episode 11, please?" Sad face.
iTunes.
Yeah.
iTunes.
Okay,
it's
Nikki
a couple
Ronson.
bucks.
How much was it?
I think is it $3 an episode?
$3.99.
Something like that.
$2.99. I don't know. It
Get
it varies by country. So
Get an iTunes store card.
Our biggest fan, Nikki Ronson, writes,
number 1 listener.
our number 1 listener. Honestly, the episode was super cute. It was so sweet that James said I love you to Riley for the first time on the show, although it wasn't that romantic. Kind of just out of the blue. And Riley's solo was amazing. I mean, typical Riley just dancing to make herself feel better, or on another note, Skylar's being a total B. Feel free to use a different word. Okay.
We'll say B.
To Riley. It was all Noah's fault. Speaking of Noah, him and Amanda just admired they liked each other. Oh, sorry. I think
Admitted?
something auto-corrected on her. It was all Noah's fault. And speaking of Noah, him and Amanda just admitted they liked each other. And judging by the preview for next week, I seriously doubt. Well, okay, I'm not gonna read that yet because we're gonna watch the
watch the preview.
Still. Yeah.
Okay, remember her comment then.
And she corrects herself. Admitted. Okay, we got 4 more comments.
Oh wow. Okay.
This one's from Stilatelite. Stilatelite.
Yeah, I'm sure they love this.
Stilatelite. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna go with that. I agree with Mia Sherbs. It's not Riley's fault that Noah wouldn't tell her about his back. I also think that Noah should have been straight up with Riley after the competition instead of telling everyone about him and Amanda. I feel like he put some pressure on Amanda by doing that, like it was her fault that he messed up, and I don't think that's okay. Still love Noah though, my small bad decision making child. Also, hi, hello, this is Joe who sent an email. Okay, bye. So we might be hearing from Joe later.
Oh, yes, Joe did send an email.
The next step facts.
Okay, let's talk about the comments, okay? We can't just rattle through
I'm racing through them, John.
I'm just saying, yes, Noah should have been honest, right? But, it's an issue with pride, He's a dancer, and if you can't dance, it's hard to admit.
It's
hard to admit.
It's back
especially
to
someone you have affection for, like Amanda.
He remembers what happened to Emily, how she had to leave or whatever.
Yeah, she had to bounce out of there. Emily, one of the best characters,
Because she broke her foot or whatever. So, you can't...
Yeah.
You can't admit weakness.
It's hard.
When you're dancing
it's so hard.
The best studio in the world.
They said it in this episode. It's the best studio in the world. And they should put a colon on this season. The next step, the best studio in the world. I think they could, because there's all these shows about dance studios nowadays that are just stealing the gimmick.
There's other ones?
Yeah, there's Backstage, that rip off, and then there's like a couple on Netflix. Like one was like Dance Academy or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't know if it's exactly stealing the concept because it's a broad concept of dance show that also has interviews and stuff. But it's a little too close for comfort.
Right.
All right, last one here. The next step facts _ says Noah and Amanda are cute. End of story. I actually like #NoAmanda and Charlie. Lord, give me strength.
Where are all the No Shell people?
Have
you guys been getting any feedback? From the
No Shell. Yeah, we've gotten a few rumbles from No Shell people. They say, what are you talking about? No Shell is still possible because Briar is still Briles is still a thing. The two actors are seeing each other in real life, so that means that there's still the possibility that they could be shipped without it being completely ridiculous, like it's a random or something.
Okay, James finally told Riley he loves her. To be honest, Skylar is not being a bee. She's just so gosh darn deluded and salty because Sierra didn't make the team.
Yeah, there's some odd about those elite rejects. It's a problem. It's a real problem. Okay, so
that's all the comments for today. Thank you for everyone for commenting in.
Well, okay.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about?
But speaking of that, if you're not, follow us on Instagram. That's where all the action is. That's where we do most of our talking with fans.
Yeah.
Easy Money at Online Money 4 says win discount prices on all toys, games, bikes, action figures, and so much more.
Are you serious?
Go here. That's not.
We're getting spammed now.
Deal Finder says find great deals on action figures and toys.
I don't think these are the ones you want to be reading.
Man, sorry guys, I really dropped the ball this week. Joshua Worrell asks, I'm interested to know how you guys think the season will end. Open ending, perhaps, or all the loose ends tied up.
Oh. Well, are they planning for a fifth season?
I
think they would be.
I think this will end at regional qualifier. No, it will end at them winning regionals, unless they do a time jump. That's the only way.
Yeah.
They either do a time jump or they end the season on regionals, and the majority of the storylines are wrapped up, and the other ones will, they may be brought up next season or not.
Yeah, the only storylines that probably won't be wrapped up are the newer, younger characters on the show. But I'm sure they'll wrap up most of the characters we're familiar with.
Yeah. So I think that. Yeah, I think it'll wrap it up. Hopefully,
Really thinking far ahead
they're
here,
gonna
Josh.
they're gonna have a lot of. I feel like their plot lines are gonna get more and more broad. Because I think this Civil War thing's not over. I think it's just quelled. All right.
They lose all three.
See,
three
because
qualifiers.
Skylar said at the end there, she's like, "I'll keep my eye on you, Riley."
But let's talk about the end.
I'll get you next time.
This is kind of what irked us about this episode, or we liked it. I'm not sure.
I liked it.
You liked it, Matt? Did you like the ending?
I just thought it was very jarring at the end how they wrapped everything up so quickly.
It turned into like
they diffused all of the drama so fast.
Well, it's not. It's quelled, right? Like that. What makes it like the season 1 episode is that like you can. For now, the drama is quelled, but then Skylar's all like, "I'll get you next time." She's ready. She's still a snake in the grass because she's a snake. But she's hiding.
The conflict in the show shows up just as quickly. So if the conflict shows up just as quickly, I guess it can be diffused just as quickly.
It's a fast-paced world when you're dancing at the Next Step studio.
You know what?
Fast-paced world.
If we didn't hear that there was still more qualifiers and they still made up, I think
it would have been more of a mystery.
Maybe? I don't know.
Still want to see what happens next episode, you know? And we will watch the promo eventually, but I thought like it's just like that's not over yet. This is just a battle. That was one battle of an entire war.
So you think Riley's going to keep messing up and Skylar's going to keep
there's
upset?
Maybe something along those lines.
Maybe disagreements. I don't know. She'll colossally fail all the time.
Riley, maybe Skylar, she hasn't given up, and maybe she'll just go straight into sabotage. She won't even wait for Riley to screw up. She'll purposely try to do something.
Oh,
that seems against her motives, though.
It does, right?
You think she's going to purposely fail a dance?
Who knows how far Skylar will go? You know, who knows? She could.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, the sky is the limit. There's another episode title right there.
All right.
But you never know. You know, she could get worse, or she could get better. She actually could be like, but she said, "I'm keeping my eye on Riley," so she's still just a snake waiting in the grass. That's what I'm saying.
Ready to bite your ankles.
Yeah, she's watch out. The drama's not over. It's time for listener email. Woo!
Do you want me to yell?
Me and you usually yell.
Before that, actually,
I yelled the first time and then I was shot down.
Before that, actually, I just want to reference when Riley calls out Noah in the studio, and Noah covers up by saying that he likes Amanda, and that somehow covers for him. And I love how everyone's just like, yeah, like Alf is like, woo,
yeah, we like each other.
I wish we could take out that sound clip and just use that as a sound effect. It's like, yeah, like whenever there's a scene that we think needs applause, you know. I loved it.
So you just want a soundboard?
Yeah, but I want that, just like Alf going, yeah.
That's just gonna escalate to you getting a booing one too, so you can boo whenever we say anything.
Oh, I should do that. Oh, that'd be amazing. I already want to get the doorbell one, but you know, it's hard to work in there. All right, it's time for listener email, as we already said.
Email!
Woo! Doing it again, okay. Okay, we have a few emails, few very well-written emails, shockingly so.
Wow. Give them more credit.
No, I'm just saying, like, this email we got from this girl, Jo, it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect email.
A perfect email for a perfect episode.
Yeah. Of us? Of a perfect episode of the Talk. That's really high praise, Michael.
How many podcasts have we had so far?
This is our 24th.
Wow.
This is our Jack Bauer, everybody.
24
our Jack Bauer
24.
episode.
Stellar podcast.
You're giving us a 24 out of 24 stellar?
Yeah.
I don't even put myself that high. I say we have an average of 6. I don't know. Okay, so this is from Jo. She says, I'm Johanna, but you can call me Jo to avoid the confusion you have with Cassia and other names in the past. Yes, we do confuse names. I hope Johanna is right.
Is there an H in there?
Yeah, there's an H. I've heard that name before.
We've said this before. We're very used to generic names.
Yeah.
So
we're Matt, Michael,
Johanna.
and John.
No, Johanna, my sister used to tell people her name was Johanna because all my brother's names start with J except for hers, which is Hannah. So she said her name was Johanna, but the J was silent. So it was just Hannah. Right. Or just Hannah with a J, you know.
Hannah spelled with a J instead of an H?
Yeah.
Hannah.
Okay, I'm from Sweden, not Switzerland, and I absolutely love your podcast. I binge-watched the show a few weeks back. Then I found your Instagram account through the Instagram Discover page, and I binge-listened to all of the episodes. You guys are hilarious. However, your Swedish accents from the season 3 episodes were horrible, but very entertaining.
I don't even remember.
Is that what we did? I think when we were talking about
I think we were probably doing like the Swedish Chef.
We were doing Swedish Chef.
Yeah, that was it. Probably we were like yeah, like because when
from the Muppets.
Amanda first got sent over there from the Muppets.
Yeah. So
that's our closest thing to Swedish.
So Jo, if you haven't heard of this, you need to look up Swedish Chef from the Muppets.
You're saying someone from Sweden hasn't heard of the Swedish Chef? Are you insane?
There's a chance.
Well, of the most
it's an
casually
old reference.
racist characters of all time.
Joe, write in and tell us. Yeah, they probably heard of the Canadian stereotypes, and I bet we meet a lot of those that we don't even realize, you know?
And I bet we've shown a little bit of Canadian stereotypes at some point.
Well, yeah, well, we look like Canadian stereotypes. You're wearing a plaid shirt and a Canadian's hat, so there's that.
Well, yeah, good podcasting, John. They totally see that.
That's why I'm describing it to him. All right, okay, so she keeps going. Yeah, they were horrible but very entertaining. Anyways, to the point, I'm trying to get my best friend to watch The Next Step so I can have someone to talk to about the show. And for her own good, of course. And she's pretty reluctant about it. This is pretty understandable since it airs on the Disney Channel in Sweden. And we're 16, and the dub is pretty awful. I streamed it online to avoid the confusion.
So,
to avoid
it'd
the suffering.
be dubbed in Swedish then.
Yeah, it'd be dubbed in Swedish, but she clearly
does her friend know English?
Possibly, I don't
would
know.
imagine most Swedish
she
people
speaks very good English.
Yeah.
I think
Perfect
they're
English,
I
so.
think they're a very bilingual country.
Yeah, I think we looked this up a while ago when we were looking at the demographics, right? So she says that the stream's really awful. She had to stream it online to avoid the suffering. I'm sure she did it perfectly legally. I'm sure there was no discrepancy there. And she feels like the mockumentary format is a bit strange. How do I convince her that it's actually a really good show? I did get her to watch the first episode with me through bribing. But it would be nice if she actually watched it because she wanted to, and not just because I promised to watch something she wanted to watch in return. All right, that's a really good question. This is the first time we got an email with
we're doing some relationship advice here.
Yeah, this is the first time we've got an email that actually I asked for real advice. This is pretty cool.
Okay, John, how did you get me to watch it?
How did I get you to watch it? I guess I described it in a way where it was just like, this show is it's insanely better than you could possibly think it could be. It tries so hard, It's like it's a show that doesn't need to be as good as it is, yet it's a kids show that you can watch and get fun out of.
Yeah,
and usually it is hard to get you to watch certain things, but the moment I just put on and the good thing is it's just 20 minutes of the first thing, and the first episode of the pilot, it's one of the best episodes of the entire show, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's very much quintessential Next Step.
I think, if we can be honest here, it's true, it's a kid's show, and it's okay to make fun of it and to laugh at it, but in the end, it's still enjoyable, and I think if you can just tell her to not take it seriously, then she'll get into it. Yeah,
it's a show that you gotta watch, that you just gotta know you're gonna enjoy. Yeah. You can't go into it being like, oh, I'm gonna start picking apart every single part that I can, because you can do that with any show and it ruins it. That ruins movies all the time. When you're just you take it down to bare bones and you rip it to pieces. You just gotta think this is a fun show that is meant to be fun and it's fun to watch.
Yeah,
and that's what you can tell her.
It's basically our one fun show that we watch because we're adult males. We watch a lot of violent shows,
really dark shows, Game of Thrones, The Wire, The Walking Dead,
all of those
Daredevil.
shows. They tear you down emotionally.
Yeah, and
you need something to bring you back up.
Kids, it's this great thing that kid shows are now more exciting and happy-go-lucky with still having some drama in there. It's a good easing your way into the fact that all good adult shows have dramatic themes, and that's just a fact,
Yeah, so I think just tell her it's a good feel-good show.
Yeah.
Tell her just to watch, just watch it ironically if she's not into it. Yeah, that's how we started out.
Yeah, just watch it. Watched it. I knew it's a kid's show, but whatever. It's a fun time.
I'd say The Next Step, it shares the same themes as the more adult HBO shows, but in a less harmful way.
Very much. It's very much. Yeah. It's it's a kid version of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That show, The Yard. Remember? Did I ever show you that?
You've mentioned it. It's like the kids on the playground.
It's like The Godfather, but they're kids on a playground, but they're played by real kids.
Yeah.
And I think this was an HBO
that
show
or
a Canadian show. Yeah, it was crazy. It was like Recess, except for live action. It was nuts. It's a very funny show.
R-rated Recess.
Yeah. That is what The Next Step could have been, which would have been amazing. But, we can't. The kids can't watch that. obviously, and this is much better for it.
It doesn't take you much convincing to like get me to watch something.
No,
that's kind of how we do things.
Once you and your friends get into the mentality of let's just watch something just because it's fun to watch,
together,
then you can watch anything.
Yeah, we watched some terrible movies the last couple of days, and we were completely okay with it.
Yeah,
we had a great time
because it's not the movie that has to be good. It's you're hanging out together, watching it together.
Yes,
it's
now
memories.
We're getting to the heart of the matter here.
Yes,
it's more about friendship and hanging out with your friends and joking and watching something.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
what you're watching.
what you're watching as long as it's it's fun to watch. You can't watch something miserable with your friends.
Yeah, so I think the next step is a great group watching show.
Yeah. Because everyone have a fun time. Like anytime you see something online, like they have like a bunch of British kids together and they're all watching The Next Step or something. They're all like a group. They're all in a group together, and they're all just having a great time just watching the show.
Yeah.
They're not looking at and picking apart, seeing what's the good.
So Joe, my final word here is you expand your horizons here. Get more friends into it. Watch it as a group, right?
Yeah.
Have viewing parties.
Don't be embarrassed, unless and if they don't like it, they don't like it. You don't have to push it too hard, you know?
And just make jokes, They're constantly repeating storylines in this thing, explaining what's going on, so you can, joke and be loud.
It's hard to get lost on this show. They keep reestablishing it, and it's great.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun show to watch, and if you put your mind into the idea that this is fun, just a good old time, then that's it.
Yep.
All right. Oh, she wrote a little PS there. You guys mentioned the OC once, and I freaked out because John's voice slightly reminds me of a Canadian Adam Brody.
Yeah, you said this.
Or Seth Cohen.
You've always thought that you were... Well, I wouldn't say always thought,
but
always. You've always been told that you're...
Yeah, I've been told that before,
Seth.
I've been like Seth Cohen a lot.
Yeah.
I also get Eric Foreman, too.
Okay.
That's also a look. Well, I did... You know what? I love the OC in the high school a lot, so I dressed like Adam Brody a lot, too. Remember, like, the collared shirts and the long sleeve tees?
Yeah.
Very much like that. And, I guess I picked up a lot of mannerisms from that, so I guess that's where it comes from.
John and I recently crushed the entire series over the course of like a month.
Well, it wasn't really recently. That was a year ago, man.
It was
a whole year.
It wasn't that long ago,
was it? It was a year, I guarantee it. It was the end of exams. And we're at the end of exams now, aren't we, boys?
We're free for the summer!
Yeah. Oh, but anyway.
Cool
okay.
For the summer.
So, Joe, thank you so much for the email. It was great. Please write in again.
Yeah.
We'd love to be a regular correspondent on the show.
Definitely give us an update.
Yes.
On how it goes with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
And I hear that it's springtime, Joe, so get out there and start foraging. It's a Swedish fact for you. Yeah.
Foraging. I swear. Like, what does that even mean? How did that sound so awkward?
It's a law in Sweden that even if you own private property, anyone in the public is allowed to go on your land, walk on your land, and forage mushrooms and berries.
It's a common thing.
It's
that
a
you
very
can just
common
go
thing.
Steal mushrooms from some
Joe,
places.
Email back and tell John about foraging.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone has experienced it. We
all
go for it.
There was a Vox video, and quite a
I don't see every Vox video.
It's apparently it's a common thing in Sweden.
Next email. All right. Hey, guys. This one's from Louisa. I think it's Louisa. Luiza. Louisa.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, guys. My name's Louisa, and I'm from Brazil. I found out... Cool. I found out about your podcast through Twitter, I guess. And at first, I was kind of afraid I wouldn't understand a word you were saying. Then I decided to give it a try. And well, here I am. Lol, I think you guys are awesome. So does that mean like we are very easy to understand like words? I think we use a lot of slang, don't we? I find it hard to imagine people who don't speak perfect English being able to understand it, but clearly I'm wrong about that because lots of listeners are
maybe
out of the country.
I don't know, John. I feel like you speak at a mile a minute. So
yeah, I just feel like I speak very fast and
you use a lot of mannerisms that I'm quite sure that no one.
Yeah. I make up phrases. I make up slang. You know, I don't understand how people can even like comprehend what we're saying as long as.
But the fact that they can is a testament.
Even if we're just good background noise, like a good background hum while people are studying or on the bus or something, then that's perfect. You know, we get told a lot that when we're on the bus, when people are on the bus, they listen to us and then they look crazy because they're laughing. And I know that feeling because I always listen to my podcast on the bus, not mine personally, but
the podcast you listen.
The podcast I listen to on the bus, and then when you get to like a really funny part,
and you just lose
laughing, and then you're afraid that people around you are thinking like, are they laughing at me? Is that what's happening? and then you get into a fight on the bus, all because someone on the podcast made a funny joke. You know, it happens. And see how fast
In
I
there. If I could count the number of times.
You got punched on the bus?
Yeah, I got punched on the bus.
It's usually by the driver.
It'd be like a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's usually by the driver, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's usually the driver.
All right, so she continues. So I wanted to know what your favorite moment from season 4 was so far, and what do you think is missing on the show? That's it. By the way, sorry for the long email. That's not a long email at all, Louisa. That's just one paragraph. But thank you so much for writing in. All right, so what do you guys think? What's missing from the show, and what's your favorite moment? I'd say my favorite.
What's missing from the show is Emily
and Chloe.
Oh, come on.
And Chloe.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, that would be great. But what do you think missing from the show that is conceivable for them to have? You know, like Michael. You've said it a bunch of times. You want to go back to the London storyline.
I want to go back to the London storyline.
You want to focus on that more.
I want them to actually claim that they live in Canada.
Okay. Well, that's a general thing. We're talking
I think
about season
what's
4
missing.
so
I think
far.
what's missing from the show in season 4 is like a big overarching story thread that's like.
I think the Riley being rebelled against is going to be a full.
Yeah, I think that's going to
You think so?
something
Yeah.
bigger.
But I feel like we haven't focused in on any of the specific lives of these new characters very much.
That's true. I'd like to, you know.
Like, I feel like we could have like a one-off little story, not just a book club,
Right.
but like an actual
think-
one-off story with Sloane. And
I think Sloane is going to have a storyline next episode, actually.
See,
Okay.
you want some stories kind of like we had with the original Riley and James going out on like a date through the city.
I want.
You want some more dancing in front
I know
of
that it's
a
important.
costume rental place.
You'd like some,
I know that
you'd like
it's-
some subplots. is what
Yeah,
you're
I like
saying.
some more subplots. I know that it's important that people like these already established characters.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're getting lots of Noah and Amanda. We're getting lots of
Yeah.
Riley. We're getting lots of
These new
that.
characters need some things to do. They need some stuff to talk about.
They need to go to Parkour Alley.
They need to go to Parkour Alley.
I haven't been to
That's not
Parkour
really-
Alley in a while.
But they don't hang out there anymore. That was the old generation. That's the old school. They hang
need
out.
a new hangout
Yeah,
spot.
their hangout is that random living room thing that opened up in the studio.
and JJ's.
Yeah, and JJ's.
Yeah,
you know?
I'd like to see more out of studio shooting.
Yeah, just hanging out out of uniform.
Other than London, because that's a pretty big.
yeah,
You know what I mean.
studio
but
shoot.
they're all dancing there, you know. My favorite moment from so far is I don't know. There's been a lot of like good ones, you know. But I'd say just because it's fresh in my mind, the Noah and Amanda telling each other they like each other.
I did like
Just
that.
fresh in my mind. There's been a lot of good ones this season.
Matt, do you have a favorite?
Oh, my favorite. Okay. I'm trying to. I really liked last episode with the guys all at the hip hop place and all the shenanigans they were getting themselves into. But I can't think of like one specific.
The bidet thing. That was the entirety of the shenanigans. Also, the
like when
neck
they were
pillow.
dancing on stage, when they just decided to go on stage.
Oh yeah, and everyone was crowding around.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can form a crowd fast.
My favorite part of that is that like they weren't allowed to do that; they just decided to.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for those audition episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just liked another audition, all the.
You love those. You love those elimination.
I love
things.
elimination
You never know
things.
who's gonna get cut.
Yeah, I liked how they brought in like Stephanie and Daniel and all them to do like choreography for the.
There's been heavy rumors that Emily may come back this season, so I really got my hopes up. You know, we're gonna have to have a big
I
explosion
wouldn't
in
count on
that episode we talked about. It could happen, man. It could happen. You never know. You never know who's at least one person's gonna come back this season. You gotta guarantee me that one old person's gonna come back, even if it's like Talia or Giselle.
Hunter comes back.
Hunter, that would be cool. You did that little flash. Remember at the end of last season?
Right.
That was good. just watched the promo for the next episode, and that is scary. I'm saying scary for Nomanda shippers. Here's the thing: is that like it seems good for LaTroy and Sloan shippers though. It looks like there's going to be some LaTroy and Sloan drama, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that if you build a relationship on lies in this show, it immediately gets dissolved and never mentioned again.
Yeah.
We don't let this Nomanda thing become Huntmally. You know, Huntmally was so good.
That's what I'm banking.
But it was
so
built
good.
on lies.
It was built on lies. So if like
I'm banking on it. They're just gonna toss it.
no, it's not fair. You can't do this.
They're gonna go right back to no shit.
I suppose you can't just set up the relationship and then just because one tiny little.
I think this teaches us an important lesson, and that's that.
But there's very little forgiveness, though.
This teaches an important lesson that you shouldn't announce a relationship as soon as it starts.
Well, yes, obviously Noah shouldn't lie, but that doesn't mean the whole relationship should be swept on the rug
No,
like so
I'm not
many
talking
others.
about lying. I'm talking about the fact that you shouldn't announce a relationship as soon as it starts. That's just bad news.
Yeah, that's psychotic. But that's a completely different issue. That's besides the point.
No, that's exactly the point.
No, she's saying that why did you make me lie so that we could be together, you know? And when it's built upon that, then it'll all fall down like a house of cards, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's please don't let it happen. Just let him resolve this. Jiley can resolve things, so can another couple. Jiley's the only couple that manages to resolve things without everything falling to crap, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's because they're kids.
It's true. So you're saying Jiley only works because they're older? Because they started out as kids.
If they have the more adult relationship, yeah.
But they started out as kids, and they had their issues, but they worked past them, just like Noah and Amanda can. They can. I swear it.
Oh, I want an episode where it's like Riley and Jay's moving in together, and you get some shenanigans of them, like living in a more domestic situation.
That'd be cool. Okay, you were misreading Instagram earlier.
Oh, yeah. So remember we had that email from Joe?
Yeah.
And then we had those Instagram comments from her account on
Yeah.
Instagram. Well, I pronounced it as
one word.
I was like Stillalite or something like that.
Stillalite?
And then I just realized that it's her account is at Still at Elite.
Still at Elite, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that is funny, because that's a funny
That's
joke
fantastic.
from the show.
Yeah, so I gave that a follow right away.
Still
You
at
should go
Elite.
follow Still at Elite.
Yeah, we should follow.
I did.
Oh. Woo! Okay, well...
We're follower number 23.
Actually, Still at Elite.
See, guys, awesome emails get you follows on Instagram.
Oh, that's bribery in a way. All right. Hey, there's a comment on the promo. Just one thing. It just says no man. All right. Well, any final thoughts on what you guys think? That Sloan drama may happen next
I'm excited
episode.
for some. Like I asked for, they're
Yeah.
delivering. I want some drama that's very specific to one character, so we
Alright.
can learn more about them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm
agree.
excited to watch Nomanda crash and burn.
No.
Okay. Well,
You're terrible.
we bring back Josh next week. We getting rid of Matt?
No shot.
All right. Well, I think that's all for the Talking Step. I am John.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Michael.
Oh, I forgot it. Okay. Step on the rocks.
Wow, you forgot it right away, and you like.
No, we can't. I mean, what if the music gets so loud
No, I
that
think
you can never hear what
No,
we're
I
saying?
think you should keep this in. This is hilarious. This is gold
But the music
material.
gets so loud.
I don't care.
Perfect.